Okay, guys, good morning again. This is our review number 3 for language. Today we're going to talk about, or to remember, the differences between present simple and present continuous. Something that you already know. Well, here, if you can see on the left, in blue letters, it says affirmative. It's the way how we compose or how we write or how we speak using present simple and continuous. In present simple, it's kind of easy, not much, so we have subject and verb. And in present continuous, the difference is that we have subject plus verb to be and the verb with ing. Remember that the subject is a thing or a person that you can replace with the pronouns. For example, he, she, you, we, etc. And remember that verb to be in present continuous is, are, etc. Here on the left in orange, it says present simple. Remember we said before, subject and verb? Here it is, in present. And with this arrow, I'm pointing letter S. It's something you shouldn't forget when you are writing or speaking in present. When you use he to replace a man, for example, Carlos plays, or she to replace a woman, for example, Ariana plays, or it to replace a thing, an animal, or a place. For example, my dog plays with the ball, etc. And in present continuous, we compose with verb to be, subject, like I, you, he, she, it, to replace people or situations or places, in the case of it or they. Verb to be, am, is, are, and the verb with ing. That was the affirmative way, form. Now we have the negative form. So we have the subject plus these two words that we call them, I know you know, we call them auxiliaries. Why do we call them like that? Because they help. They help the verb to be negative. So you are denying something. That's why you need this auxiliary to help the sentence to deny. Without this, without do not or don't, or without does not or doesn't, will be an affirmative sentence. And in present continuous, we have the subject plus verb to be. Here, we don't need an auxiliary because verb to be doesn't need an auxiliary. The verb to be is, are, doesn't need any help. The only thing you have to do is add the word not, but you know this already. So here are some examples with the same verb, play. I don't, the contraction for do not. Like the last week, we were talking about a song, and we had only one space for the answer because it was the contraction of do not. Or doesn't, the contraction of does not for he, she, it. And in present continuous, again, you don't need auxiliary. You have I am not, you are not, or the contraction aren't, or he, she, it is not, or the contraction isn't. Now, the interrogative form. Remember that we were talking about these auxiliaries because they are going to help sentences. If we change the order and we put first the auxiliary, we are going to write or to speak or to ask questions. So we have do or does. Remember that do is for I, you, we, they. Or does, if it is he, she, or it, the subject and the verb. And in present continuous, we have are, am, or is with the correct subject or pronoun plus verb plus ing. Here we have some examples. In present simple, do I play? Do you play? Does she, he, it play? Do we, you, they play? Always using the auxiliary. And in present continuous, well, we only change the order with the pronoun, and instead of writing the verb here, we're going to put it first. Am I playing? Are you playing? Is she playing? Etc. So it's kind of easy because you only switch places between verb to be and pronoun. Well, here I want to remind you how to answer those questions with short answers. So, do you play? Yes, I do. Does she play? Yes, she does, etc. And the same for he, she, it. Doesn't, if it's he, she, or it. Does he play soccer? Yes, he does. Does she play soccer? No, she doesn't. Remember, this is orange and it's on the left. So here we are talking about present simple. And in present continuous, obviously you answer with verb to be, right? So it's like, are you playing? No, I am not. Is he playing? No, he is not. Well, here there are some time expressions that are going to help you to recognize when to use present simple or present continuous. So, always, sometimes, often, usually, never, every day, once a week are expressions that you are going to use in present simple. And in present continuous, you need to be a little bit more specific. So you use expressions like now, at the moment, at present, today, and nowadays. This one probably you don't use it too much. People confuse nowadays with actually. When you want to say now, some people translate from Spanish to English and say actually, but actually doesn't mean now. Actually means something different. There's nothing to do with time. So never use actually when you want to talk about now. If you want to talk about right now, or during these times, or during these days, you use nowadays.
Miss, and what happened with currently?
Currently, where do you think it
Yes.
goes?
And present continuous.
Exactly, because currently we're having a class, for example, or currently we are studying online. Because it's a situation, we're going to see later when to use which one or to review. But yes, it's something that you are doing at the moment, currently. So it's not an activity that you do like a routine, for example. Okay, so here we're gonna have like a fight. Okay, we're gonna have a fight between present simple and present continuous. So present simple is going to be present in habits and routines versus present continuous with the time of speaking. So you have this fight, habits versus time of speaking. And here's one example. I am musician. I usually play the guitar alone. So that's a routine. Now I am playing with Eve. So that's something that he doesn't do quite often with her. That's something like special happening at that right moment. Here we have other fight. We have present simple for permanent situation versus present continuous with temporary situation. Example, she is American, she lives in New York. At the moment, she is living in Paris. At the moment. So this is a temporary situation. Next, we have other fight. We have present simple for true or untrue facts. Remember that facts are situations that you can prove or you cannot prove. If they are things that you can't change, like in winter it rains, for example, that's a true fact. Versus present continuous with changes, developments, or trends. Trends are fashion things. Okay. This is a fact. Dogs don't walk on two legs. That's a fact. They walk on four legs. But today we have this little friend. This white dog is walking on his two legs. So it's an event, something special, something that, as you can see, is a cartoon. So obviously it's not a fact. Okay, here we have another fight. We have timetables or schedules. Like today you have language class at 12:30. That's in your schedule. Versus present continuous with personal arrangements. It means things that you can handle because they are personal. So you can decide when to do it or when not to do it. And we have this example, these two people. He is asking, what are you doing tomorrow afternoon? So it's a personal question. And she says, I'm visiting my aunt. Now, the boy on the right, he's talking about the bus. What time does the bus leave? And she answers, oh, it leaves at 5 p.m. So it's on schedule. It means that every day the bus leaves at 5 p.m. Or if we want to use one of the keywords for time, we said it always leaves at 5 p.m. Something we have to be careful, very careful, is with dynamic verbs versus static verbs. So you probably say, like, what is a dynamic verb or a static verb if you don't remember? Well, static verbs are those that are talking about the state of something. And it's, you use them, static verbs, you're using mostly for present simple. It's very weird that you can use them in continuous. It should be like a slogan or like a very specific situation, but you don't see them that often. And dynamic verbs, yes, it means movement. As you can see, dynamic, they're talking about dynamic, so you can move physically or mentally. Like physically, like eat, run, or mentally, like study, think, etc. Here's one good way to use them and one wrong way. So we say, I hear a strange noise in the kitchen, or I'm hearing a strange noise in the kitchen. Well, this is a review. Let's remember how to spell those verbs. I'm sure you remember this since you were children. All the time we have these rules on our books or notebooks. So here we have, if we are talking about, pay attention to the title here, present simple spelling rules. This is for present simple. If the verb ends in double S, SH, CH, X, or O, we have to add es. Example, misses, finishes, watches, mixes, and goes. So here we have some verbs ending on these letters. Then we have letter Y. Letter Y. Common examples, study and cry. What do? You change in present simple. You change that Y into IES. And finally, if we have a vowel plus Y, vowel, for example, A, E, I, O, U, those are the vowels, the 5 vowels we know. The only thing you have to do is to add letter S. That simple. Okay, so those were the ways we spell present simple verbs. Now, let's check how do we do it with present continuous. So here we have, welcome to the present continuous. It's happening here, right now. Okay, so we have those verbs ending on E, like take. What do? We change this letter E and we add ing. We have those ending on X, Y, or W. So we only add ing. We don't do more than that. Remember that we're talking about present continuous. That's why the rule is different. Okay, we have verbs like ending in IE. So this is what you do. You change that IE into YING. And finally, you may ask, what is the meaning of CVC? So this is consonant, vowel, and consonant. Here's the case. Consonant, W, vowel, I, and consonant. Okay, so what do you have to do there? You repeat the last letter and add ing. That's simple. Now let's practice. In the chat here, I'm sending you a link. I want you to take a few minutes to open the link. This link here. And solve those exercises. And then we can check the answers. So take about, I think you can do it like in 3-4 minutes. We don't have too much time anyway, so try to do it as fast as you can, but more important than speed, do it right. Remember the rules. This is a review, so you probably know this much better than other people. There it is. It's in the chat here in Zoom. Go to the chat and click on that link. Okay, you can text me if you are done. I'm trying to play some music while you work, so you probably are listening some music right now. There are 20 exercises. It is here in the chat, Emily, the link. I can text it to you. There it is. I send you as a private message to you. Okay, I'm replying some messages in private. I hope you can open the link. I see that most of you did it. Okay, I'm asking you in the chat if everybody could open the link. This is the site that you have to open. Okay, guys, let's check the answers. I'm going to ask for your help so we can see how it was. As you saw in the site, you had two buttons, one to correct and one to show the answer. Here, because of time, I already wrote the answers. So we're going to read them. That's it. So I'm going to start with, let me see the participants here. Okay. So let's start with Cristina Yamuka. Cristina, please turn on your microphone and read the answers for questions 1, 2, and 3.
Are you coming tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Does he rise every day?
Yes.
I am working at the moment.
Thank you very much. Cynthia, 4, 5, and 6.
Does he come to London often? He is playing tennis now. Are you coming to the cinema later?
Thank you very much, Cynthia. Okay, Denise. 7, 8, and 9, please.
They aren't coming to the party tomorrow. He isn't playing golf now. Are you playing tennis this Sunday?
Thank you very much, Denise. Emily, could you open the link in the end? Okay, Emily was struggling with the link. So let's continue with Ivana. Ivana, please, 10, 11, and 12.
She doesn't go to the cinema very often. You usually arrive late.
Thank you. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see. Jose, could you open the link? Jose, could you solve the exercises? I think Jose was having problems with the link too, so let's continue with Liz. Liz, please. 13, 14, and 15.
He normally eats dinner at home.
Mm-hmm.
Do you study every night? Do they work late usually?
Thank you very much. Okay, for exercises 16, 17, and 18, let's see. Mariuxi, you there? I don't see Mariuxi online anymore. So, let's...
Tengo un problema con la conexión.
Okay, honey, it's okay. Let's continue with someone else. Ariana is having troubles with connection too, because I don't see her online anymore.
Yes, miss.
Okay. So Ariana is not here. Cristina, again.
You aren't going.
17.
I
I
am not working tonight. Is
And
she working
18.
at the moment?
Excellent, thank you very much. And to finish, I don't know if... Okay, is Mariuxi back? No. Let's finish with...
Sí, se volvió a conectar Mariux.
Okay, but she's probably having troubles. Okay, any volunteer to finish? 19 and 20. No volunteers?
Miss,
Yes?
don't drink the coffee. Don't drink coffee very often. And Julie is sleeping now.
Excellent. Thank you very much, everybody, for your participation. Here, that's it for today. You can check in the link again. There are more exercises in the end, and you can check the answers by yourself too. That's everything for now. You can watch the video and review all the rules and review all the material again later whenever you want. So before leaving, I want you to, I want you to read this. It says, it makes no sense to worry about future. By the time you get there, it's past. So in other words, don't worry, be happy. Okay, remember this. This is my message for you today. It makes no sense to worry about future. By the time you get there, it's past. That's it, everybody. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you for your punctuality. And especially thank you for your participation. I hope you have a great day. And thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, Miss.
Ciao, Miss.
Bye. Enjoy your afternoon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.